Hello, welcome to episode 23 of our Ostriv Alpha 4 Let's Play. It's November 1741. Last episode we added these two houses that have larger than normal garden areas. We added some trees as a little windbreak here, and we added a number of wells and benches around our town. And in this episode we're going to try and get to 500 residents. And of course, you can't do that without building more houses. Well, okay, what do you want? Salt? Yeah, okay, go ahead and buy some of that. I really should stock dried fish. Yeah, sell some of those. No, the rest of this we sell. Yeah, we're fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and... We'll leave this at 12 times speed, because I want to make sure we get through a planting season this episode. So let's go ahead and figure out where we want to put houses. We do need to be careful not to build outside of the reach of a marketplace before we build too much more. We've got quite a lot of houses down here, and that's all being served by this. We have a market over here that's serving these. We have a market over here that's serving all of this. And this is just a whole bunch of trees. But you know what I think we could get away with doing? If we can find a way to do houses over here is some beachfront property. Uneven terrain. Wow, look at... Yeah, you want your living room to be half underground and the other part of the house to be way over there. Anyway, so we won't be doing that. Someone did comment in an earlier video that it wouldn't be realistic for houses to face the river so much as having the back of a house face the river. And all sorts of other stuff behind that. So, you know what we're going to do is we're going to follow that advice, suggestion, whatever you might want to call it. And we'll go ahead and build some houses right here. So our first snowfall of 1741 occurs. We'll leave a little bit more space between houses here. It doesn't have to be packed so tight as it always has been. Nothing wrong with a little bit of variety here. Alright, so that's 5 houses right there, and they're getting right to work. We'll leave a little bit of room for them. Let's see, we'll go ahead. We want to make sure we leave a little bit of room here, because I'm going to build another one of those little tree-lined streets, kind of. So we can go ahead and do one of these. Kind of make it a little bit different right here. If you stagger them a little bit, it won't look as uniform, but you can still kind of occupy areas the same way. Not that there's anything wrong with uniformity. Clearly, if you've seen any of these videos, you understand that's something I enjoy a lot. But yeah, we are not going to be out of range of a market until right about here, so that's actually just fine right there. And we'll still have our houses kind of set up like this. So while they're building that, let's go ahead and... Man, these guys have just come back to back to back. That is expensive trips to not really buy anything. Let's go ahead and place, not immediately right behind, but just kind of loosely following this. These houses right here to kind of not necessarily separate this area, but just kind of denote a little bit of these are houses and this is a little shoreline right here. And then I think eventually this will end up being a way for people to get down here if they don't want to go through all this right there. Now I think what's happening now is, yeah, see, all these houses, we haven't built houses for a while, so I think most of these newer ones are going to be expansion from people that had already been living here and just looking for a place to move in. But hey, we've got a couple houses here already. You know what that means. It's time to get out our favorite big arch number 2 and start constructing a little bit of a entryway here. Just rotate this if I can get my camera to stay in the right spot for more than 2 seconds. I'm excited to see what mods happen in this game. I know I play a lot of Satisfactory, and there's several really interesting, intriguing mods that people have come up with that make playing and also recording with the game a little easier. Quick aside, if you like Satisfactory and you want to see me do some videos on it, let me know. It's kind of a really popular game at the moment, and I don't know that I would really be adding too much to the community of that game if I were to record stuff, but I do like playing it, and I think some of you guys might like it as well, so if that's something you're interested in, feel free to let me know. But for right now, we are playing Ostriv, of course. Yeah, so this is another one of these kind of filler houses, I like to call them. But we've got this set up right here. Let's not forget to put in some trees. So we can kind of somewhat randomize these here. Just kind of set up like that. Just a little bit of variety to make it not so uniform. Of course, there's still going to be patterns every so often. Too close to another. Okay, there's still actual trees over here. Now, they're going to be pretty busy with this for a little bit of time. Someone also said we should build another school. I agree. So let's find a spot for it. There's a ton of stuff over here. You know, I actually kind of like the idea of putting a school right about here. So let's go ahead and maybe put just like so right here, because we already have this little thing set up. So I don't think there's anything wrong with putting a school right about here. So we'll plop that right there, and of course we will fence this in so kids have a nice, safe place to go to school. But hey, who says it has to be square, right? We can have a little bit of fun with our fence line here, because this is, after all, kind of a hand-built feeling town. Kind of, a little bit. Adds a little bit of character to it. So our school building will be right there. Of course, we can go ahead and add a bell post right in front. I can't see the bell, so we'll just assume, okay, I think the little pole thing is right there, yeah. So we'll put that right in front of the stairs. We'll go ahead and put a couple of benches. Or maybe just one bench right there will be fine. And there's already some trees there. People sitting on it already. So maybe that means we need more benches over here. So before we go too far off, let's go ahead and add just a couple of benches here. Nothing wrong with having somewhere comfortable to sit, I always say. Alright, so that'll be queued up pretty nice in a little bit. Let's check on these houses here. So we already knew these two, and I think this third one. Okay, so this is actually a brand new family, and this one probably will be as well. What do you mean you can't find nails? Are we out of nails? Do we need more iron? That's not a smithy. I always click on the wrong thing. They've got iron. They're just being lazy. Okay, but we do need to buy some soon. Unless we have a warehouse that has some in there. I don't think we do. No. It appears we do not. Okay. Well, the next messenger we come across, we'll have to buy iron from him. We'll be 488. We're going to be pretty close, and if we're fast, we might get to 500 before we even have our first harvest of 1742. Anyway, they're taking care of that. So as this thaws over here, I want to pay attention to these houses with the big gardens and see what they're going to be up to. Because I believe as soon as this thaws, they will get to work planting, and we should see this entire thing become a garden, unless it's just kind of set a hard limit to not do more than a certain amount. So she works in the stable. So I think the first time she goes back to her house, we'll be able to see her clearing land and planting a little garden in there. We'll see exactly how much she is able to do. She's just about done with her workday, so she's going to go home and take rest. And then I think when she's done, she should start gardening here. I don't know how long the rest periods are. Okay, no, she's going right back to work. So maybe it's not garden time yet. Okay, so we'll come revisit that a little later, because none of these people have planted anything either. Let's see. Yep, we are right in line for planting. Looking pretty good there. We do have a couple of people that have been buried in here. I kind of like this little graveyard thing. It's kind of quiet, intimate, with trees and all that fun stuff. Look at all these people planting. That's quite a few. Alright, so we've got these guys. Okay, so we have 2 vacant houses. They should become occupied soon. Alright, do you have any iron for me? You don't. But I can sell you this. And some salt. We were going to stock horseshoes. That's what we were going to do. I can't believe I forgot. Okay. Let's do... check that. Horseshoes. Go ahead and set 100. How many are they going to buy anyway? Okay, they're going to buy 50. So yeah, 100 is probably good. So we will just have to make sure the next time we have iron come up from one of the other towns, we can do that. Okay, they're still out of... Okay, are they actually out of... Oh. They might actually be out of iron. Well, they have all their resources for that. Okay, so we actually should... Derkachi almost always has iron. I'm probably butchering the name. I'm sorry. I know there's a number of people from Ukraine that watch these videos. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your names and everything. This is not something I'm super familiar with. So we'll see when they get there what they have to offer for us. But we have 491 now. People have moved in. These are all new families, so that's fantastic. 494. So I think when this house is done, should be in pretty good shape. Okay, construction, laborers, these people all are not all employed. There's not a lot of jobs over here. So you know what that means? You know, oh, we haven't done the trading dock. So we didn't know where we were going to put it. So why not? Well, if it doesn't want to go here, this is pretty far down here. The game's getting a little choppy here. Can I fit it here? Oh, okay. So we can go there. It doesn't like going there. I could put it right in between these two, or I could go... You know, I kind of like it right here along this thing. So that will be a pretty good spot for that. Alright. Okay, yeah, we'll buy all that iron. We'll sell you some shoes. Charcoal, yep, you can buy all of that you want. Clothing, we have 1,060, so that is not 1,600, nope. That is very good. Raspberries, we should have 53, that's it. Are you serious? Alright. Let's see, what else do we need to buy? We have so many potatoes. Flour, we have plenty of. Leather, we have enough. Lime, we have plenty. Salt, oh, wow. I think we're good on salt. So let's check out our... Okay, yeah. Yeah, look at this. This entire thing is planted. Oh, I wish I knew what they were... I wish I could figure out what they're growing. It looks like we've got cabbage. Yeah, we've got cabbage up here. I can't tell what this is yet. It's not enough. But this is, I guess, just always going to kind of be whatever this is. All right, so this is going to be a haul when they get all this. So we'll check on them a little later. They still don't have their iron yet, but it should be coming in soon. Okay, these people want to buy stuff. Well, we don't have any horseshoes. We don't have any iron. But we can sell you sunflower oil. And some salt as well. Okay, we can buy honey from you. That's fine. Metal parts. Yeah, go ahead and buy some of those. We have so much money. I think we can probably get away with maybe lowering our stuff. I'm not inclined to mess with it. People aren't moving out because they're out of money. The system we have set up seems to work pretty well, even if it is just a kind of weird, deformed version of communism. But hey, it's a video game. Nobody's actually getting hurt by anything, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. Alright, they are... Oh, okay, so they actually found nails somewhere, unless they already have iron in place here. Okay, and they got their delivery, so they're doing their thing with the nails. And this house in the middle of the trees, I thought they would have got rid of more of these. But this should be built relatively quickly. Yeah, they just have to actually... So do we still have 21 builders employed? I think we might. Unless I got rid of some of them. So they've got houses. They got a house amongst the trees. No jobs available. Well, there's about to be in June when the seasonal stuff opens up a little bit, and then people might want to move in. I think this is looking pretty nice over here. It's a little slightly organic. This might have been a little much right here with all these houses in a row. But nothing says we can't have a little variety everywhere else. Okay, I keep seeing all these people being poor. Let's go ahead and adjust. The wage can go up just a little bit. Of course, we're going to get all this money back anyway, so it's not like it really matters. I think that should help a little tiny bit. I know this school over here is waiting on nails. 291. Okay, that's going to take a little bit of time for them to get all that. This will be a nice little schoolhouse right here. The fenced-in yard down by the river here. They're still waiting on nails. Yeah, so this will take them a little bit of time. Oh, a new family. Hey, we're over 500. How about that? So this is our new family. They had 6 people moved in. Older parents with an adult daughter and a 15-year-old son, and grandparents of the dad. Wow, that is a fun way to get over the 500 hump. That is pretty good, I think. This point is probably about where most people would give up and say, you know what, we've done enough. But hey, we're not going to give up. We're going to keep going, and we're gonna do this until you guys yell at me and say, stop making videos of this game. Nobody cares about it anymore. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll be in pretty good shape regardless. I'm really liking how this is turning out. Let's check out our friends over here. Yeah, so that is definitely cabbages. This is probably, if I had to guess, beets, maybe? It's got big leafy leaves on it. This could be carrots or something else. I love these flowers they have in front of all the houses now. And this is just the that part of the property nobody ever really mows. I know over here in America we have a lot of houses in, I guess, what you would call out in the sticks that just have acreage, and they have, you know, people will park old rusty trucks on the lawn and forget about them for a decade, and like, I don't know, a couple acres that nobody ever wants to mow, so they just kind of let the grass grow real tall, and then they'll come out once a year with a tractor, and then they bale up all the grass and they sell it to farmers so they can feed their cows in it. Maybe that's what that is, or maybe it's just they didn't want to plant anything there. I don't know. Sometimes it's fun to assign little human characteristics to game things like this, but that is... Oh, I like this. I like this angle view. I wish these "I'm poor" notifications would go away, because this would be a really nice screenshot, actually, coming out of the trees into this part of the town. Oh man, if these trees were a little taller, I think that would be magnificent. That would be wonderful. So, at some point we'll get a nice screenshot for this episode. Sometimes I'll go back and I'll just take a screenshot of the actual video itself if I can't find anything in the time period of actually recording. Schoolhouse is almost done. Just have a little bit more work to do there. Somebody's already sitting on the bench. Good. 2 people. Yeah, so this will be all finished up, and this should help all of our little children over here between the ages of 10 and 15. We've got another messenger, and that is just about done. Just a tiny bit of work needed. What was in the box? Oh, that's all the nails. Alright. So let's close. We only have 340. We could probably stand to have a little bit more hemp and textile production, but we might mess with that in a future video. Honey, we can go ahead and buy again. I think that's looking good. Alright, now of course the next is going to be our trading dock. We haven't done that yet in this playthrough, so let's go ahead and watch them build this. Shouldn't take too terribly long. But we can always hit it with a little bit of time-lapse action. I know you guys like that. And there we have it, trading dock all complete and ready to go. This is one of my favorite newer buildings in the game. The detail in this is great. You got a little bit of supplies and loose materials, and then you have this wonderful little mechanical crane right here. I've always kind of been fascinated with this design. I can't really get a great angle on it, but these are just so cool. They've got a counterweight, and then you have multiple different points on the little arm here that you can put your load and move your counterweight to create different fulcrums and levers and everything. I just think this kind of stuff is really, really cool. Anyway, this opens up trade with a new town. I'm so sorry, I'm going to butcher the name if I try to pronounce it, but if they ever come down here, we'll know what we can do. We'll see what they are actually looking to stock, but we can go ahead and hire a manager. We can actually go ahead and employ full-time. Actually, we have enough people we can afford to have 4 full-time employees. We'll go ahead and click all of this, and that's all fine like that. So this is looking pretty good. Maybe they'll come and buy something. Actually, let's check our trading post. We can go ahead and hire 2 more full-time there as well. Yeah, that's looking fine. Why am I paying them so much? I don't think we need that anymore. We can get rid of that. Well, it's not like we need the money that bad, but no reason to be paying somebody twice what somebody else is getting paid for doing more or less the same work, at least in this game. In real life, that could be a completely different topic, but hey, look at this. It's October 1742. We have 10 beautiful new houses over here. We've got a river trading post, and last but not least, we've got this house and this house. Wow, that is a lot of cabbage. 219. Okay, so I think they probably sold a lot of other stuff. What do these people grow? Raspberries and onions. So if we come over here to our little thing right here, click on our granaries. I never remember which one is the correct one. Okay, so they got plenty of raspberries and onions and cabbage and everything. I wonder if our trading post has some in stock. I guess maybe they don't want to sell their raspberries all the way up here. But that is, I think that's a pretty good spot to stop for this episode. We've got a pretty good amount of stuff done. We crossed 500 for the first time. And before we build any more houses, we are going to have more jobs available. We don't have a well right here. They got to go all the way down there. So before we end today's episode, I did want to go ahead and put a well down before I forget too much. So we can go ahead down here. We can actually go ahead and put this right in front of a house. Maybe if I can get it to do... I don't want to get rid of the tree. Let's try that. So that'll be fine right there eventually. Now who is this? Okay, Ducachi, can't sell you any of that. Clothing, only have 100, I'm not going to bother. I can sell you some of that. Sell you charcoal all day long, shoes all day long. Let's see, iron. Yeah, we need more iron. Flour, we have plenty of. Dried fish. You know, we should probably be making more dried fish. So we'll go ahead and bump that up to 1,000 here, 1,000 there, 1,000 there, and 1,000. Oh, that's not a fishing yard, that's a boatyard. So that should help a little bit. Alright, but now, for real, that's all the time we've got for this episode. Let's end it with a lovely view of our brand new river trading post. See if I can get these to go away. We'll get a lovely screenshot down here. Now, every time I click on one of these, another one pops up. All right, give me 5 seconds to take a really nice screenshot of this area right here, and we'll be in business. Man, look at that. That is gorgeous. There we go. Screenshot acquired. That's going to be the thumbnail for episode 23. But as always, thank you so much for joining me for these Let's Play episodes. It's so fun getting to talk to all of you in the comments. And I hope you're enjoying the videos. If you have any ideas, feel free to leave a suggestion in the comments below, and we'll see if that's something we can take care of. But that's all I got for now. We'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.